guys, this is Sandra here, and this is the last installment of my low buy rundown, which is going up quite late. So if you don't know, I've been doing a low buy from September, so September, October, no, was it in August when I started this? Hold on, now that I got that. I had a low buy running from August, September, and then the last month of it was October, and this was just to rein in my spending a bit. Now whether I did it or not, you can decide. I sort of did it, sort of not. So just a quick reminder, I will link, of course, everything in the cards. I always say I will link it down below as well, but most of the time I forget. So your best option is to check them in the card, which is it actually that side? No, I think it's on that side. But I did quite good in August, so my limit that I gave myself for each month that I can spend was £50, and it was for beauty and book purchases, because if you didn't know, I'm a huge book lover and I have more books than what I can actually read at one time, so I'm trying to get better at that. It's hard. Temptations are all around. But in August I did really good. Out of the £50 I only spent £12.47, and I said that what I don't spend in 1 month will roll over to the next. So essentially I had £150 to budget with over the 3 months. So I did really good in August, and then they rolled on September, and because I didn't use up all my budget, my whole budget for September was £87.53. No, not cents, pennies. I keep messing this up. I'm sorry, you know what I mean. So I overstepped that with £8.47, which is not too bad, right? And I was like, I don't know, maybe I can just not spend that next month, or I don't know, I just, you know, deduct that from next month's budget and spend less than 50, and that didn't quite happen. So yeah, last month I spent in total £131.33, which means that if I still kept my whole £50 budget, I still went over it with £81.33. So that didn't quite work out, did it? Yeah, sometimes I think it's because I see so many good offers that I just get sucked in, and also because I work in beauty, I have a discount with a lot of the brands, and then it just all adds up even with a discount at the end of the day. So yeah, anyway, let me show you. I think I started quite well, or actually did I go over after the end? I don't know. Let me show you what I got anyway. So the first thing is just a freebie, but I thought I will still include it just so you see what I totaled up in last month. But this was a free gift with a magazine that I got, and it's the Sanctuary Spa and Body Butter. The smell of it is amazing. I took it with me. Ah, it smells so good. When we went traveling, so it was in my travel beauty bag, which I will link up in the cards. And also, with most of these, I have already corresponding first impressions or videos to start with. So when I talk about them, again, they will pop up, I think, still that corner. And yeah, this was free, but I just really like it. And Sanctuary, as far as I know, is cruelty free. So I will happily repurchase this once this little travel size is gone. I love the smell, and it feels really nice and just quite luxurious on the body, even though Sanctuary is a drugstore brand, but I feel like it's a bit more on the higher end side of the drugstore, but it's still drugstore pricing, so I really like this. But again, that came for free, so that didn't do anything. And then the first purchase of the month was a dry shampoo, because I was running out of my Batiste one. I used it up, and I have one, I think it's a Charles Worthington one, but I don't really like that, so I thought, you know what, let me try this one. I heard a lot of good things of the collab dry shampoos, and this is just in the original fragrance, and it says it's amazing oil absorption without white residue, and I can vouch for that. It doesn't leave any white residue, but at the same time I don't feel like it's doing an amazing job at making my hair feel as just, I don't know, freshly washed as, let's say, the Batiste shampoos. So I'm gonna use it up. I will try to see if there are different ways to use it. So far I'm not that amazed, but I thought I might as well pick it up because Colab is cruelty free as well, and I heard a lot of good reviews about this. I almost just whacked myself in the eye. But yeah, I don't know. Am I doing something wrong? I mean, it's a dry shampoo. It's quite, you know, straightforward how to use it. But yeah, I was not a big fan of this, but it was okay. So I spent £2.50 on that. And then next is, now I don't have an exact price for this, but I think it was around £5 from Amazon. And it's just some rubbing alcohol. Whoa. Whoa. Let me go and grab that because that flew out of my hand and it wouldn't be my video if I wouldn't drop something. Got my alcohol back. So as I said, it's just rubbing alcohol. It's only from Amazon. I got it in a huge batch. I think it's like a liter or no, 500 mils. You can already see I use it a little bit, and basically it's just to repress eyeshadows. Well, not just eyeshadows really, any product that I've broken I can use this to repress, but also if I feel like something needs a bit more, you know, hygiene, I can clean lipsticks with this. I can spray my my powder products, what's wrong with me, with this as well, and it's just gonna make sure that everything around me stays hygienic. And I thought I might as well buy a bigger bottle so it will be enough for me for a long time. Now, usually what I use before to keep my kit hygienic is the Beauty So Clean spray, and I still feel like that's great for working makeup artists, but I don't really freelance anymore. I just don't have time with my current job. So I thought just for myself at home, this is perfect, and it's just a bit more accessible in the UK. And yeah, it's a big bottle. It will be enough for me for a long time, and I can repress as many things as I want. So it was more just a practical purchase that I really needed, as my Beauty So Clean spray ran out as well. And I thought, you know what, money-wise, this is a better purchase, and I'm the only one at the moment who's using all my stuff anyway, so yay for exciting purchases. But it's practical and I needed it, so, you know, it's not always lipsticks and lip glosses and eyeshadows, although that's coming later, ironically enough. But the next thing that lured me in is that I met with my friend and we went into Debenhams, and keep in mind this was all in October, right? So I'm just been really late with updating this. But they had 15% off of beauty, and I wanted to rebuy my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara or try the new Damn Girl mascara. And I bought a mini Damn Girl just because with mascaras, when I don't know if I like the mascara yet, I quite like to buy minis. Just because, you know, if I don't like it, then at least I don't have to use up a whole tube. I don't really like to waste it. So I got a mini, and I talked about this before. I quite like it, but at the same time it's a bit harder to work with just because the wand of it is quite huge. I mean, I showed this many times, so I'm not gonna faff around with it too much. But you know, like, that's huge. Let's be honest. So I like it and I don't know. But I also wanted to try a few other bits from them. And they had the, what's the kit called? I have my list again, as usual, next to me. It's the Sex on the Peach kit. And in that, they had the setting spray that I wanted to try in the first place, which is the Peach Mist. Now, yes, granted it's a travel size, but you know, I thought it's nice to try, and I do like it. I mean, I don't realize it does anything special, or it's a mattifying one as well. I'm not sure it really keeps me matte. I think for that, if you want, it's still the Urban Decay, that's the best option. But it's okay, I do like it, but again, I'm not overly oily. I'm more like combination to dry, sensitive skin, so yeah. And then I also got the Cooling Matte Skin Perfecting Primer, again, same peachy line. And this one, I do feel like it works quite a bit, although I'm not sure why they call it cooling. Like, it doesn't feel cold, it's just a primer. what I like about this though, that even though it's a travel size, it comes with a pump. I think that's really practical. So I do like that. I think this was, you know, a great little thing to include in the kit. I do really like this. And then another product that was in the kit that I love is a Too Faced Peach Perfect Setting Powder. Now the only thing I would say is it's so heavily scented. And I do like peaches, I do like the smell of this, and I mean the packaging, it just doesn't get cuter than that. Too Faced does excel when it comes to cute packaging, but the scent of it is so strong, which I never really noticed with loose powders. And I don't know if it's because it's scented and that's why I feel like I'm inhaling more, or it's just, I just feel the scent anyway. Like, it can be great for my lungs if I inhale that much powder. And the packaging of it, I don't really think it's practical, because with some powders, I mean, it's great that it has a latch, but then because this is plastic as well, it's not just a net, you can't press it down. So if I want to get product out, I have to like put it in the lid, but then you can't really pour it back in if you pour out too much, so it's a bit faffy. But the product itself is beautiful, it sets the skin so nicely, and I don't have bad things to say about this product other than the packaging and that how heavily scented it is, which I do like the scent, but again, it feels like I inhale a lot of it. And now that I talked for 10 minutes about that, the last thing that was in that kit was the Better Than Sex mascara. Now this one I haven't opened it yet, but I'm sure you've seen this in empties before, this size, this small size, and in every single size. I do love this mascara, and it is still remaining my favorite, I think. So those were all the things, like apart from the Damn Girl mascara, you got these 4 things in the kit, and then the powder is full size, the mascara is full size, and then these 2 are travel sizes. So the kit originally retailed, I think, for 30 something pounds, but I got mine for 29.70, and the mascara came down to 10.80. So, you know, I did like it. And then last thing actually that I got in that shopping trip, because Bare Minerals was on 15% off as well, is the Complexion Rescue tinted moisturizer, or it's called Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream to be precise. And I said in my first impressions video as well, where I used this, that this is not really a first impression. I used up a whole tub of this before. Mine is in the shade Vanilla, which is, I think, just like the second lightest shade. I really like this product, and I just wanted something for when we go on holiday, but I can just use something that's gonna even my skin out a little bit, but it's nothing heavy, it's not exactly a foundation, and I think this was perfect for that. And I will keep using it on days when I don't need or want a lot of coverage. I think it's the perfect companion for traveling in the summer as well, even though I don't think this has SPF. Oh no, it has SPF 30 in it as well. Although with SPF in products, let's just keep in mind that I would still recommend using a separate SPF, even though I'm really bad at that. But this one, while yes, it will give you some sort of protection, it's never gonna give you as much as a separate SPF, just because if you think about how much you lather on your body, you never apply as much foundation, and also you should reapply it throughout the day. And who's reapplying foundation throughout the day? Unless you put it on in the morning and go out in the night, I don't think anyone does that, so let's just keep that in mind. But anyway, that's a whole different topic that doesn't take away from the value of this, that I think it's a really good tinted moisturizer kind of product. And because it was on discount and I was thinking of repurchasing it for a while now, I thought that's a great time. And on discount it was £26.10, so I think it comes up to around 30 quid on full price, but I was still paid for this product. It is really nice. Next, just to change it up, I got 2 books. And originally I went in the bookshop to get a book for my friend's birthday, and then I seen that there's like a 2-for-1 thing going on as well, which my friend's book was not included in that I got her, but these 2 books were, so I got both. My boyfriend was looking around as well, but he couldn't find any books he wanted, so I'm like, I can't miss up on this offer. It's not like it doesn't happen in Waterstones, you know, every second week, but me being me, I had to get 2 books. So one of them is one that I still haven't read. I started it, but I haven't finished it. Is Now, I'm not even gonna try pronouncing the author's name because I don't want to butcher it and I have no clue how to. But it's My Sister is a Serial Killer. It's just this book and it looks really nice. It's more of those crime kind of stories, but more through, like, it's not really through the victim's eye and it's not really through like the killer's eye either. It's like someone who's close to the killer, obviously. So yeah, I don't know, I quite want to see how this is, and I think I heard people talking about this. Has this been turned into a movie as well or something? I don't know. Has it? I don't know, but it's also been nominated for a few prizes, so I thought I'll give this a try. And I've only read like one chapter, so I can't say much about this yet. But another book I read is one of my typical soppy, girly reads that I really like. And this is by Laura Jane Williams and it's called Our Stop, which is this book. It has a cute pink side, not like it matters much, but you know. I really like this. I took this with me on holiday and I started it there and I finished it once we got home. It's a really, really nice story. And yes, it's a typical sort of girl meets boy story at the end of the day, but they don't actually meet with each other till the end of the book, which is something new. I don't really want to spoil it. Basically, these two people sort of see each other in the at the tube station. So if you're a London girl, oh boy, this is really interesting because they mention loads of locations in there that you actually know, and that's why I love books that are set in places that I know really well, which is usually London, just because it makes it a bit more relatable and real, if it makes sense, rather than fiction. And that's what this was for me, but it's still the, you know, typical cutesy love story that's easy to read as well. So if you're just looking for an easy read and you like romantic stories, I think this can be a really cute one. And yeah, I really enjoyed reading this. So that's the two books that I got throughout the month, and with the offer I think it came up to like £12.98 rather than, what would it have been otherwise? Like £16, but instead it was 13. So I mean, it's not a big save, but you know, you can't really rationalize with me when it comes to books or makeup. Clearly, I'm just looking at a pile of stuff in front of me. And then also I had a Beauty Bay order, which was all started because of this palette, which is the Jeffree Star Mini Breaker. And I had a video when I tried talking myself out of this, and it clearly didn't work. Because I still wanted it, but I mean, just look how beautiful is that. Look at all the colors. It's pretty. I should really break it out again, maybe tomorrow. I love this palette so much. I mean, look at it. It's beautiful. How can you not? And I think it was a great purchase. Now I still want the original Joe Breaker palette as well. I think it has beautiful colors. I'm not that sure about the Conspiracy palette. It has nice colors, but for me, it was not, I don't know, when I look at it, I'm not going as much wow, if you know what I mean. Whereas with this one, I mean, look at the colors, look at that shine. I can't get over it, but yeah, I talked a lot about this, so I will let that go now. But when I ordered it, I also ordered a set of 3 mini facial sprays by Mario Badescu, and I'm not sure it was the best like value for money. What was it? I think it was, yeah, it was £13. Oh, and also this one was on discount, so it came down to £17.50 instead of, I think, is it 21, 24, something around those price lines. And then for £13 I ordered 3 Mario Badescu facial sprays, and I gave one to my friend for her birthday. I included it in her little gift bag amongst other stuff, which was the lavender one. And then I kept the aloe, herbs and rosewater one, which is the pinky one. And then also the aloe, cucumber and green tea one. And I mean, I used both of them quite a lot of times already. I'm not sure how much you can see, but they're both, you know, well loved. And I do really like these. I do feel like they are hydrating and my skin seems to like them. And also I don't have that many setting sprays or facial sprays in my collection, and I wanted to try these for a while. So even though money wise I'm not sure how good of a value that was, I don't think they're that expensive to start with, I thought this is a good way for me to try a few, but also I could include one from my friend who works on clients and photo shoots and stuff, so she can either put it in her kit because lavender is quite a nice calming ingredient, or she can use it on herself, you know, whatever she decides to do with it. But yeah, I got those two as well at the same Beauty Bay order. And then what was the last one? Oh yeah, those were all the Beauty Bay ones, not the last one. I have a few more bits in here, but I then went in to TK Maxx with my boyfriend, and technically I didn't pay for these because while I went on to try something, he paid for these, which was really nice of him. So I've seen the Ardell Wispies in there, which I do like, and I don't have that many false lashes at the moment. Not like I use them too often, but you know, I thought, ooh, there she goes again, dropping things. I thought while these are cheaper there as well, I might as well get it. And then I've seen the W7 On The Rocks palette, which is an infamous dupe of the Anastasia Beverly Hills one. Again, there's a video with this, or actually I think even two, and you know, those colors just scream autumn, so I thought, you know, I can't really go wrong. It's cheap to start with, it's even cheaper when you find it in TK Maxx. So it also had like a really nice film on top of it, so I could be sure that no one actually got into it, because that's the one thing I find hard with TK Maxx, that you never know who touched it. Let me know, if you order it online, does it come from a different warehouse? Does it mean that no one touched it? Because that could be a game changer. They have quite a few nice makeup bits online. But yeah, anyway, I quite like this palette. Some shades are better in here than others, but nonetheless I'm really happy that I have this palette, and I will definitely have some good use out of this in the next coming months. So technically I didn't pay for those. The next few bits, while we're on the mention of not paying for, I got these as a gift from work. We had an incentive, so I ended up with these. The first one is the Becca, what is this actually called? I always forget. The Glow Body Stick, which is just a huge stick for the body. It has a really funny shape. It smells like shea butter. It really does. I think I used this once so far. I'm not sure how much use I'm actually gonna get out of this, but this is more of a summer product as well. Maybe I can put it over Christmas, but then I'm usually wearing jumpers and stuff, so you know, I live in London, it's cold, you can't wear like cute off the shoulder tops here. It's not LA. But yeah, I do really, I don't know, I always feel a bit, I don't know how I feel about this. I don't usually put that much glow on my body, like sometimes I put a bit on my collarbones, but I will report to you back on this next summer to see how much I actually use this. A product I love though is this one, which now I have doubles of because I got this before, is the Glow Dust Highlighter. Again, from Becca. All these products will be from Becca. So it's just a loose highlighter that was part of the summer collection, and originally when I seen it I thought it's gonna be really dark for me, but actually no. It's perfect. I really like this, so now I have a backup, although this has like, what, 10 grams in there? 15 grams, so I'm not sure when I'm gonna get through this to start with, but when I do, I have a backup. I also got the Champagne Pop in Liquid Highlighter. Again, this is the one I had before, so I think the new one that I got, I gave it to my friend again for her birthday, just because I haven't, you know, this takes a long time to use up as well. I only need like one pump, a pump and a half at the time, so you don't need a lot of it. So I thought, you know what, she can have it, she wanted it, or she can use it in her kit, and I can just use this because there's still so much left in it. And then I also got a second, because I had this before as well, is the Becca Glow Silk Highlighter Drops. And I just shook mine up so you can't see, but mine is already like halfway gone. So now I have a backup of this as well. I do really like it. Between the two though, I still think I prefer the original, I think. Just because this is a bit more natural, whereas this is a bit more of a stronger metallic kind of gold. I mean, it depends on my mood. They're both really nice, but I think that's the main difference. This one is more natural, this one is a bit stronger, so depends what sort of glow you want really. And then I also got the Champagne Pop in the limited edition packaging, which actually Champagne Pop is a shade I haven't owned from Becca before, but now I do. And again, with this one I thought that, oh, it might be a bit too dark for me as well, but actually no, it's a really nice shade. And then I just got the Champagne Cream Gloss again in the limited edition packaging, so this has the gold cap instead of the silver, and by itself I don't like this color on me, but it's really beautiful either on top of a nude lipstick or even on a dark lipstick like I'm wearing today. Oh, I need to get it together with dropping things, but it is really beautiful on top of darker lipsticks as well. It just gives it a bit more of like a beautiful golden shine, if it makes sense. So I like to use it as a topper rather than as a lip gloss, just because of my skin tone it's not flattering by itself. But if you have a lot deeper skin than me, this will look gorgeous on you just by itself as well. And then that's it from Becca. And then I have, so those are all gifts. And then I have a few products from Aveda, and again, because of the line I work in, you know, discounts, yada yada yada, we know by now. But I got 3 products from Aveda, and this is the Aveda Wedding Mask. So it's an eye cream that's, I think it's supposed to be more like an overnight treatment, but I use it day and night. And I really like this just because, you know how I use my Ren eye cream for a long time. You've seen it in every single like empties video I think so far. But I decided that maybe I can try something new, even though I love that one. And you know what, I really like this. I think what I might do though, I might buy this one again and my Ren one, and then use that in the day and then this one in the night as it's intended. But I do like it. I think it really does help with my under eyes. They can get quite dry, and also, you know, I'm getting older, so I'm getting wrinkles around my eyes, and no, it's not that horrible, but you know, I'm aging, everyone does. So it's, you know, it's good to look after your skin, and I do really like this. And then the other 2 products are more hair related, which is what they are mostly known for. And I got the Shampure Dry Shampoo, which is not in actually like the same packaging as, let's say, the collab one, which is like the typical aerosol can. But this one is in like a little plastic bottle, and I don't want to do it now because powder will fly everywhere. But basically, rather than having like a pump, you have to press the little bottle and then it like squirts out powder. So I like what it does to my hair when it's oily. It's really good at removing excess oil, but at the same time, I don't fully got the hang of this yet. So I think like this has a little learning curve that comes with it to learn how to use, just because it's so different than to how hard to press it so it doesn't squirt out too much product. But I do like what it does. I just have to come to terms with how to actually use it properly yet. So it does come with a, you know, with a bit of a learning curve, but I do enjoy it. And then also I got a new shampoo. So I think in August I got like the Glow Brilliant shampoo, and this time around again in the smaller packaging. So this is 250 ml, but I think they have like 500 ml and like a liter. But this is just the 250 ml one of the Scalp Benefits Balancing Shampoo. And I got this because whenever I wash my hair, even though it seemed clean, after half a day, or like I wash it in the evening, usually I do wash my hair in the evening, and I let it air dry, and then the next morning I could already see that my scalp is getting flaky. And it's not necessarily dandruff, it's just more like a flaky scalp, but it was not itchy, it was just flaky. And I asked, you know, people who work at Aveda, like, what do you recommend, because I'm using the Glow Brilliant, and while it makes my hair really shiny, I feel like my scalp is in not quite the right place. So they said this one will just get it sorted, and it does. It is getting a lot better. Obviously I should use this every single time when I wash my hair, but I don't, because I have so many shampoos. Don't kill me. But I do use this, I would say 90% of the time when I wash my hair. Obviously you can see I'm already down here, and I think this really is working. So I was told that if I use up the whole bottle, then after that I can just go on to maybe even the Shampure line, like they have shampoos as well. But I think that smells like rosemary. That's the only thing with Aveda products. I'm not a big fan of the smell. It's okay, and you know, eventually you get used to it, but it's not Oh, it's because they don't have fragrance in there. It's all just natural ingredients, so I know why. And that's why they're good for your scalp. But yeah, I do think that this really did help my scalp. And they did like the little thing when they, you know, look at your hair with a camera and oh, no. So even though my hair looked clean, sometimes I feel like these little bumps on my head, and basically it's build up, like product build up, even though I don't use a lot of products in my hair, that some shampoos are not effective enough to get out. So that's where this comes in. It just cleans your scalp, it gets rid of the flakiness, because sometimes it might not even be like the scalp, it might be like the product build up from what I gathered. Let me tell you, it doesn't look great in the camera. So yeah, I have now this to look after my scalp. And people, that was the last product. That was it. So for those 3 products all together, also I have like an allowance kind of thing at work, so I only paid £13 and 75 pence instead of like 41.75, which is still a discounted price, but then on top of that I have my allowance, so yeah, that was a really good price. But obviously with everything, mainly it was my Debenhams shop with the Bare Minerals and the Too Faced things that really threw me, I think, because that was like 50 something quid. So as soon as that happened, I knew no matter what I do, I'm over that budget already. So yeah, I'm not really cut out for this, am I? The thing is though, makeup is the one thing, like I don't really spend on clothes, so it's mostly makeup and books that I really happily spend on. Like,
you know how some people are in designer bags and I don't know, like what's those shoes with the red sole? Not the Jimmy Choos, are they Jimmy Choos? I can't think for my life, what is it? Well, those shoes, you know. My point is that some people really like libertines, those are the ones. Why did it take me so long? I'm not that hard, you know, not that stupid when it comes to fashion, but I couldn't think of that word. Anyway.
Yes, it did go over my budget, but I'm so happy when I look at all these products that I got. I just, yeah, I mean, eyeshadow palettes, I know I got 2 in 1 month, which, again, technically I didn't pay for this, only for this. Yeah, makeup just does bring me joy, and I love trying loads of different things, but then also going back to it, maybe tomorrow or the beginning of next month, I don't know, I will try to film my eyeshadow collection as well. I don't want to film my whole makeup collection. The main reason why I want to do that as well, just so you guys can decide, well, help me decide what to pen next year. So I'm still penning on a side as well to make sure that I rotate through everything and I use them. But at the same time, I do love trying new things, and it's my passion, it's my hobby, it's also what I do for, you know, a living. So yes, I do accumulate a lot of stuff, but I do use them, and you know, I spend my own hard-earned money on these. So yeah, I have to say it started great and it finished badly. So it was a bit of a mixed bag, but I think in general in the first 2 months it was really working. But that's why, like, a whole year of like no buy, I don't think I would ever make that. I don't have the willpower to go through with something like that, and also at this point of my life I don't feel like I need to do it. But at the same time, I might try to do like another short period of like a low buy again. Will I fail? Will I do it next time? I don't know. It just, yeah, I get a bit distracted. But never mind, I'm happy with everything I have, and let me know, have you done a low buy before? How did yours work out? Hopefully a bit better than mine. But for now, I'm gonna go. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing. It would mean so much to me, truly a lot. But for now, I'm gonna go. I hope you all have a lovely day, and I also hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye!
You hurt me, you did, several times.